From 1998 to 2007, more than 1,100 people every day, including Sundays and holidays, moved from the 9 highest tax states to the 9 states that do not have a personal income tax. These states include Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, and Texas. These states with no income tax also created 89% more jobs and had 32% faster personal income growth than their high-tax counterparts. While the national economy is certainly in trouble, New Mexico, in its tax cuts, and I have a visual aid here, it's unfortunately not big enough to see by everyone, but we actually rose from 47th to 42nd in per capita personal income after the Richardson tax cuts took effect. These tax cuts did have a positive impact on New Mexico's economy relative to that of other states, given the national economic downturn. In terms of corporate taxes and reporting, the average Walmart customer earns $35,000 a year, compared with a $50,000 shopper at Target and $74,000 at Costco. According to the Washington Post, not a conservative organ, Walmart's low prices represent a $200 billion plus assistance to consumers that rivals many federal programs. Moreover, when Borders Books closed, or is in the midst of closing, announced they would close their store here in Santa Fe, another big box store that is one of the supposedly evil companies that doesn't pay any taxes. Neighbors worried that their business expansion plans could be put into jeopardy and that her store next door might sit empty. Clearly, taxing an entity, whether it's Walmart or Borders, will either raise taxes on its customers or it will perhaps make them go out of business. But there's plenty of money to be saved in New Mexico's budget. Don't let anyone fool you. APS spends $14,500 per student annually. There are private schools in Albuquerque and around the state that have per pupil expenditures of $7,000 and even less. But unlike APS, which graduates 56% of their students, they graduate 90 plus. New Mexico could experience many other savings. We have Davis-Bacon laws that raise the cost of public construction projects by 10% or more. Our schools obtain LEED certification, which drives up the cost another 10%. You could build a school to LEED standards, not go through the certification process, and save 10% simply on the construction that way. You could also use single or multiple floor plans without hiring individual architects and architecture firms to go out and create another school out of whole cloth. Then, of course, there's film subsidies, $65 million annually. There's the Rail Runner, $400 million plus $20 million in expenditures annually. These are not the core functions of government, whatever you may say about them, nor is the spaceport, which is perhaps the worst form of, any liberal should agree that the spaceport is ridiculous because it benefits a billionaire, Richard Branson, and millionaires who have the money to go into space at the cost of middle-income New Mexicans. And this is horrible, horrible policy, and we need the left to be as outraged as we are about it.